Hello students, my name is Professor Supriya Kulkarni. Today we are going to learn ER models in DBMS. Firstly, we will discuss about ER model. Entity relationship model is also called as ER model and it is a high level model. This model is used to define the data, elements and relationship for a specified system. It develops a conceptual design for the database. It also develops very simple and easy to design view of data. In ER modeling, the database structure is portrayed by as diagram called entity relationship diagram. Now we will discuss the example of ER model. Student is our entity and name, address, ID and age are attributes. Now we will discuss about components of ER diagram. The ER model components are entity, attribute and relation. In entity we will see weak entity and strong entity. In attribute we will see types of attribute like key attribute, composite attribute, multi-valued attributes and derived attributes. Now we will see the relations. There are four type of relation: one to one relation, one to many relation, many to one relation and many to many relation. Now we will discuss about what is entity. An entity may be any object, class, person or place. In the ER diagram, an entity can be represented as rectangles. Now we will see the example of entity. Employee and department are entities. This diagram shows employee works for department. This is our employee and department are our entities. Now we will discuss about weak entity. An entity that depends on another entity is called as weak entity. The weak entity doesn't contain any key attribute of its own. The weak entity is represented by a double rectangle. Given example of weak entity. Loan and installment are related in weak entity. Installment is represented double rectangle, therefore installment is our weak entity. Now we will discuss about attribute. The attribute is used to describe the property of any entity. Example: age, ID, contact number, name, etc. can be attributes of a student. Now we will discuss the example. Student is our entity and ID, phone number, name and age are our attributes. Now we will discuss type of attributes. First type is key attribute. The key attribute is used to represent the main characteristic of entity. It represents a primary key. The key attribute is represented by an oval shape with text underline. Now we will discuss about example. Student is our entity. ID, phone number, name and age are our attribute. ID is a primary key. Therefore, underline ID in oval shape. This is called as key attribute. Now we will discuss about composite attribute. An attribute that composed of many other attribute is called as composite attribute. There are many attributes. In this example, name, first name, middle name and last name are attributes. But our middle attribute is our name attribute is composite first name, middle name and last name is called as composite attribute. Next is derived attribute. An attribute that can be derived from another attribute is known as derived attribute. Derived attribute can be represented as dashed oval. In this example, we will see student is our entity, name, birth date, roll number and age are our attributes. But age is in dotted oval, dash oval, therefore it is derived attribute. Now we will discuss about relationship. A relationship is used to describe a relation between entities. Diamond shape is used to represent a relationship. We can use diamond shape to represent relationship. There are two types. One is strong relation and second is weak relation. Strong relationship represented by a single diamond and weak relationship represented by a double diamond. Now we will discuss four types of attribute. First one is one-to-one relationship. When only one instance of an entity is associated with the relationship, then it is known as one-to-one relationship. Now we will discuss example of one-to-one relationship. A female can marry to one male and a male can marry to one female. This is the example of one-to-one relationship. First entity is female, second entity is male, and in diamond shape we will give the relation. One female married to one male and one male married to one female. Therefore, here is one-to-one relationship. Now we will discuss second type of relationship, one-to-many relationship. When only one instance of entity on the left and more than one instance of an entity on the right associated with the relationship, then this is known as one-to-many relationship. For example, scientists can invent many inventions, but the invention is done by only specific scientist. This is an example of one-to-many. In left hand side, scientist and invention is our entities, invents is our relationship, but one in left hand side, one scientist invents many inventions. This example shows one-to-many relations. Left hand side gives one and right hand side gives many. M for many. This is the example of one-to-many relationship. Now we will discuss about many-to-one relationship. This is a third type of relationship. When more than one instance of the entity on the left and only one instance of entity on the right associated with the relationship, then it is known as many-to-one relationship. For example, students enrolls for only one course, but course can have many students. This is many-to-one relationship. There are two entities, student and course. This is a relation in enroll. This is a strong relation because it have only one diamond shape. Then many student enroll one course, but one course enroll many students. This is many-to-one relationship. In left hand side, M for many and right hand side 1. This shows the many-to-one relationship. Now we will discuss about last type of relationship, that is many-to-many relationship. When more than one instance of the entity on the left and more than one instance of an entity on the right associated with the relationship, then it is known as many-to-many relationship. That means more than one on the left hand side and more than one on the right hand side. For example, employee can assign by a many project and project can have many employees. This is our many to many relation, because employee can assign many projects and many projects are assigned to many employees. This is our employee and project are our entities, and is assigned is our strong relationship. Therefore many employees can have done many projects and many project have many employees. This is our many to many relationship. Thank you students for watching my video.